It appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Panthers nothing. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Darnold. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Taking a shot here for Marshall. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Frank's throw here on target to Hurst.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Patterson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. It's Franks now from the shotgun. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Joe Reed with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line. You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
On first down, Darnold.
He'll dump this one off to Hubbard.
So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold.
They'll set up the screen for Nwangu.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Franks. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Flushed out right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Falcons' 21-yard line.
Here's Darnold. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Darnold.
This to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On second down now, it's Patterson, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Off the play fake, here's Franks.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Working out of the gun, Franks.
Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On first down, here's Franks.
He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
Flush to his right.
He'll get this to Nwangu.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here we go. 52's the mark, boys. 52. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Hey,
Off of play action, Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Right here.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And this is caught. He hits more. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Darnold to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
On the give is Nwangu.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Faking the give, Darnold. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. A big play there for Carolina. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Darnold now to throw. Dancing, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Hey. Red 80. 45 to Mike. You ain't doing nothing today.
One last throw down for Darnold. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Falcons come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.